Here today. It is so great to see so many people out here standing for the truth. I was on a TV show, a live national TV show the other day, and a reporter was giving my resume, and when he was reading my resume, he said, and Rick Santorum believes life begins at conception, and what started to go on, and I said, no, I don't. And he froze. He said, well, it says here you believe life begins at conception. I said, I do not believe life begins at conception. I know life begins at conception. That's the truth. It's the truth. You go to any biology textbook anywhere in the world, it's the truth. Why? Because our movement is founded on the truth. It's on the truth of the dignity of every human life. The dignity that life not just begins at conception, but it's the obligation of a good and decent and moral society to open its arms and be welcoming to all of God's children in our society. I read a book recently by Andy Andrews. Some of you may have read it. It's a little tiny book. And the title of the book is, How Do You Kill 11 Million People? He could have retitled, How Do You Kill 55 Million People here in America? But his book was about the Holocaust. And you know what his answer was in one simple sentence? How do you kill 11 million people? You lied to them. You lied to them. Planned Parenthood, the abortion industry, Roe versus Wade, all of it is based on a lie about when a child becomes a human being. And we see the poisonous, wretched, cancerous result of that lie. Every lie, we all know, we tell our kids that when you lie, then one lie leads to another lie, and another one, and pretty soon you just have this poisonous web that you can't get out of. That's where we are. They always said, oh, well, you know, it's just a blob of tissue, and it really isn't going to have an impact on anything else. That's a lie. And now we're seeing the consequence. When I was in the United States Senate, I spent 7 years of my legislative career fighting for a ban on a procedure called partial birth abortion, where they take the baby all but the head and deliver it feet first, and then crush the skull. This dehumanizing, barbaric procedure. We fought. The Supreme Court said, you can't ban that. It's unconstitutional to ban it. We've heard this before from the Supreme Court. Oh, you can't do certain things, and we're going to tell you that the Constitution prohibits you from protecting life, for protecting marriage and other things. Well, I didn't say no. I didn't say okay to that. When we had the opportunity, we passed another bill that banned partial birth abortion. And we sent it back to the Supreme Court with a whole laundry list of arguments saying, Supreme Court, you're wrong. Partial birth should be illegal in this country. And they voted to keep it illegal in this country, to get rid of partial birth abortion. It's important to stand up when the court gets it wrong. It's important that the other branches of government stand for the truth and call the court out and get it right. I bring up partial birth abortion because if you look at the tapes of Planned Parenthood and that doctor who described what she was doing, described a partial birth abortion. What that doctor was doing in protecting these organs so they could be harvested. Think about just those terms when you're talking about a little baby. Harvesting organs from a living child who otherwise would be born alive. That's what they were doing. So when people ask me, should we defund Planned Parenthood? I say absolutely yes, but that's not enough. We need to prosecute Planned Parenthood for breaking the law. no surprise to people who watched my career. I pledge to you that there will be nobody who will go into the presidency with more of a heart for the love of the little children who are forgotten in America, who will stand up and fight for them. And not just fight for them by an executive order or standing up to the court, but the important fight. The fight to get in front of the people of this country and appeal to their conscience. We're a great country. We're a loving country. We love the underdog. We love the little guy. But we haven't had leaders in this country who are willing to put that little child who's unseen, at least before sonograms, and put them out there as the little guy that America should be pulling for. Ladies and gentlemen, you give me the chance. I'll make that little guy front and center in making this country a great country again. God bless you. Thank you.